What's up, guys? It's your boy, True Exodus 7 here, and I am here today with the wife, as the title says. And we were going to do the Q&A earlier today, but we had to acquire our Green Day tickets today for Monday, so we didn't exactly get a chance to do the Q&A in person, but she is in the Discord with me right now. So the wife, I would say the wife, say hi to the audience. So guys, we have been really plugging this Q&A for a few days now, and I know it normally takes a few minutes to to get you guys in here. So we're just gonna start the live stream out with real quick. I have the rules wrote down on my phone of the questions because I wanna hammer this point home. So real quick, number 1. The only questions we will not answer are sexual related questions. It's due to the fact that the wife's family, my family, and some other people watch the YouTube, and that is our private life. It's our very private life is what I should say, and that's nobody's business but our own, so that those kind of questions will not be answered. And the only other question, or the only other rule I have is keep the politics and religious questions minimum. You guys can ask them, but don't expect super long explanations because I'm not going into politics and religion, at least not myself. I don't know how the wife feels about it, but
I don't want it to become an argument. It's more of Q&A, which is questions. I give you an answer and we move forward. I'm not trying to start arguments or debates. It's Q&A, just simply. Hello?
I'm here. I was vaping.
Oh,
Anyway.
I was like, why is it so quiet?
Yeah, I was vaping. That's why it was quiet for a moment.
Gotcha,
What's up,
gotcha.
Gart? How you doing, man? And what's up, Janky Cat? How you doing? And Janky, to answer the first question of the live Q&A with the wife, I have not thought about getting Mafia 3. It's largely due to the fact I've never really played the Mafia series. I have nothing against it. I've just never played it.
You should have read the question so I know what we're talking about.
Well, it was a question directly for me, but it says Exodus Q&A, have you ever thought about getting Mafia 3? And I have not, because I've never really played it. Like I said, I have nothing against it. It's just not really my game series. It's not something that I would play often, even if I did get it, because like I said, I know nothing about it. I have no idea about the series, and I would probably just sit there confused, and I'd break my controller because I'd end up getting mad as fuck, and I'd get mad as fuck because I wouldn't understand the context of what I was doing. So there's that. Yeah, man. That's my answer for that. Babe, would you get Mafia 3?
You know, to be brutally honest with you, I have no idea what Mafia 3 is, excuse me. And I don't think I would honestly consider playing it because I don't know what it is. But if I kind of like learned and researched about it and tried to find out what it was, maybe I would give it a chance. But honestly, from what I'm hearing, not really.
Right. So, Janky, I hope that answers your question on that. Those of you that are commenting questions, give me just a moment. I'm actually sharing the link. What the fuck?
What?
Did I? Oh, I did change my password. I forgot I changed my Facebook password. There we go. Alright, hold on just a second here, guys. I am sharing the Facebook link onto my personal Facebook page, so that way, one second, guys. That way I can get some of my Facebook peeps to come check out the stream and ask me and the wife questions. I will be clicking back onto the live stream here in just a second. No, you stupid fuck. Not you guys, the fucking 1, 2. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now we're back on the stream. Janky, to answer your question,
Just read the question.
What was your favorite Halo developers, Bungie or 343 Studios or Industries? I liked Bungie personally. I felt like they had way more story in their games than 343 did. Bungie was, when I started playing Halo, I played the OG Halo, just Halo, that was it. And it was so story driven, and I loved it, and the multiplayer was pretty good. So I personally loved Halo, or Bungie, much more than 343, but 343 did a very good job. I do like 343, just do not like them as much as Bungie. That's just my opinion, and I am one man. A lot of people, I have different opinions on it. It's more or less one of those things of, I enjoyed how much time Bungie put into creating their series, their games, because they actually took the necessary time. Like, yeah, me as a fan, it sucked having to wait a little bit longer, but the wait for the quality of a product for me was 55 million times more okay than just getting a game, a year after the last one was released and it not being as good. So I've always been that way. I will wait to get something of quality as opposed to rushing out and getting something shittier than what I could get in a couple weeks or months or whatever. So that's just me. I believe that's one of 343's problem, is that they are a lot like the 2K franchise. They are a lot like Treyarch and other developers that developed Call of Duty. They want to rush a game out and get it out every year, like around November or December, and it's like it's the same fucking game, just with reskinned shit and different characters, and the mechanics are all the same, and it's not what it could be if they would just take the fucking time and be like, hey, developing an awesome video game takes more than a year. You guys are just going to have to wait like a year and a half. Like, I would be fine with that. Like, I don't know, like GTA 6, like, I'm super fucking hyped for that. I wish it would come out now. However, as long as it has been since GTA 5's release, I know GTA 6 is going to be fucking amazing. So that's just kind of, I'm rambling at this point, but that's kind of my opinion on it. We have a question for Maddie from Garts Gaming. Would you like to return my headphones?
Actually, I hope he's still watching the stream. He can actually, you are more than welcome to actually come in my room and take the ones that have the little charger port at the bottom. I actually have to use the ones that he has because my phone is actually on the charger and I have to have earbuds in order to speak on the live stream. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I should have asked, but you were asleep and I didn't want to bother you, but I didn't even know you were awake.
There you go, Gart. Alright, we got another question from the infamous Janky Cat. He asks, Exodus, have you listened to the Halo soundtracks? They were beautiful soundtracks made by Marty O'Donnell. Janky, I'm
Nope.
Yeah, well, that's the last answer.
How are you on this blessed?
Oh my god, is that Garrett? Is that Gart?
Yeah.
Okay, that was loud. Anyway, Janky, to answer your question, I'm gonna level with you. I played Halo for so many hours when it was on the 360. I never really fucked with anything on the Xbox. I did get the Master Chief Collection for the Xbox One, but I bought it at launch, and I don't know if you, like, I assume you had to have liked Halo when that came out, because, like, if you didn't, you probably wouldn't know as much Halo stuff as you actually know. But, the thing is, man, is I played Halo so much on the 360 up until, like, Halo ODST on the 360. I played it so much that, like, I didn't have to go listen to the soundtrack because I fucking knew, like, not word for word because there's not really any words in the Halo soundtrack, but I knew, like, rhythm for rhythm how it went, and I just played it all the time, so I really had no need to. But now that I don't really have a 360 or an Xbox One, which I want to get a 360 really bad just so I can play old school Call of Duty games because they're the shit. Anyway, I want to get a 360 and do Halo stuff, so I haven't really listened to much of Halo music since then, and since I sold my Xbox One and don't have the Master Chief Collection anymore, yeah, so that's that. So, no, I never actually took the time to sit down on YouTube or like Spotify or anything and listen to the Halo soundtrack, but I will say it's fucking sweet. So there's that. You know, and that's another thing, Janky, to follow that up. When Bungie did fire Marty, I thought it was really fucking stupid, because like that dude wrote such good shit for Halo. I thought it was bullshit. We got a question for Maddie.
Okay, what?
Okay, Janky Cat asks, if you're interested in trying Halo since you don't have an Xbox, you can get Halo on PC, and I'm curious to know if you're gonna buy Halo on the PC.
Actually, I do have the Xbox. I have Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, and PS4, and a laptop. But the laptop isn't running so well, so therefore I have multiple options of getting the video game. I'm lazy, and I just don't ever throw money down for video games. I play whatever, honestly. Like, whatever I feel like I'm up to playing. Like, the last couple days, like, you guys actually got to see me play one video game. And that's one video game, and it's been 2 or 3 days, and I haven't played the game since then because my computer decided to crash out. So, I've just been kind of lazy.
Well, there you go, Janky. Dontrell, me and the wife had to go get our Green Day tickets today, so we didn't actually get the chance to do the live in-person Q&A. She's actually in Discord. You guys should be able to hear her, I'm hoping. I have the desktop audio turned as far up as OBS will let me. But she's in Discord answering questions. Feel free to ask any question that you want. And what's up, Thunderbolt? How you doing, man? Oh, wait a minute. Where's my manners? What's up, Dontrell? How you doing, man? So, Thunderbolt asked, did you play the original Star Wars Battlefront? The wife, did you ever do that?
Like, what does he mean by that? Like, the one that was actually for PS4, or was there one before that?
There was a lot of them before that.
Okay, then no. I actually just played the one that they had put out for, like, the PS4 and everything when they did, like, the whole, like, Star Wars, like, PS4 themed stuff, and I had the game, and I got it for Christmas, and I played it quite a few times, and then I kind of just slowly but surely stopped, and then after that, I didn't play it that much.
So, fun fact for you, Thunderbolt. I'm gonna get up out of my chair real quick so I can show you this. Hold on. I think you will appreciate this since you... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What was that? I don't know what...
What?
I don't know what I knocked loose. Apparently I knocked something loose. But hang on a second, Thunderbolt. Let me see if I can find this little gem I have sitting on my game rack. Here we go. Here we fucking go. Thunderbolt, to answer your question. Yes, sir, I fucking did. I played the shit out of this fucking game. In fact, I don't think I could even play this online anymore because it's been forever since I've even played this fucking game. I don't even know if PlayStation 2 still supports online gameplay because I honestly don't know. I don't think they would. But, yeah, man, this is bad. I played this back before they had like hour counters on games, and if they did have that, I never checked because I wasn't that diehard into like checking hours in games like I am now. The wife can vouch for me. Every time she's here, like, I get on my Steam and kind of scroll through to see how many hours I have logged on my favorite games. But dude, I had to have at least dropped 100 hours, like, and that doesn't even sound like that much, you know what I mean? Because like nowadays you hear about people playing like fucking Fallout for like 1,000 hours and crazy shit like that. But I don't have a way to go back and look. But what I want you to understand is 100 hours for a kid who is going to school and coming home and having to do homework all the time and playing outside with friends, that's a fuck ton of hours, man. So yeah, I played the shit out of this game. And when they were gonna release this, well, not this exact game, but Star Wars Battlefront for the PS4, I fucking called the wife up. I fucking told her, yo, I'm pre-ordering this fucking shit. And we fucking went to GameStop and got it. It was fucking awesome. I love Star Wars Battlefront, and fucking I will never, ever, ever love a first-person shooter probably as much as I love that one. I'm hyped for Battlefront 2. I've already fucking, as soon as I can pre-order it, I'm going to buy it. And I don't care what I have to do to fucking get a midnight release of that game, I will do it. Even if that includes getting a lightsaber and chopping somebody in half, I will fucking do it. And I'm dead fucking serious. I will go Sith on their bitch asses because that's how much I fucking love Star Wars. Now, what I will say I liked about this was, like, everything about this game was just fucking sweet. Like, I remember as a kid just sitting here in my room playing this game. Like, it wasn't this room. My room was actually across the hall in the old messy office studio tour, which you can check out on the channel at a later time. But yeah, like, I played the fuck out of this game every day. Like, this, SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, and a couple other games, I fucking played every single day, non-fucking stop, dude. Every day. So, yeah. Dontrell, we aren't going to answer those kinds of questions due to the fact a lot of our families watch my YouTube. And
what did he ask?
Nothing. I'm not going to read it out loud, Madison. Yeah, Thunderbolt is cool. Star Wars Battlefront. Dude, that's what I'm saying, Janky. I played the fuck out of this game, like, so many times. Like, you have no idea the amount of fucking hours spent in this game that I had. You know, I actually, if I could fucking find a capture card for the PS2, I'd run through and play this game again. But I don't think PS2, I don't think PlayStation supports online anymore, sadly enough. Thunderbolt says he has 350 hours in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's a fucking phenomenal game. I like that game. Dontrell asked, do you have a dog? Maddie, you can answer this one first.
Okay, well, I have two. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I have two. I have a beagle and I have I can't really, like, explain how this, I guess he's a German Shepherd Chihuahua mixed with something else, and he doesn't look like a Chihuahua. He has, like, he's little, but he's not as little as a Chihuahua. But he has the color of a German Shepherd, and he's adorable, and he is so sweet, and his name is Van. And then the beagle is Buddy, and he is, I believe, 6. And then I have a cat named Felix, and that's it.
So, Dontrell, my answer is very simplistic. I claim the wife's dogs as, like, mine, even though they're not, and they don't live with me. But no, I for real don't have a dog that lives with me. I have a cat. Her name is Molly, but she is commonly referred to as Moleth. And I'm actually going to do a life story at some point on how my cat got the name Moleth, because it's a super fucking funny story. But it's just, like, really inappropriate at some points. Like, and not sexually inappropriate. You guys will understand when I tell the story. Janky Cat. Maddie asked, have you thought about working with Rooster Teeth?
Do what?
Janky Cat asked, have you thought about working with Rooster Teeth?
With Rooster Teeth?
Yeah, Rooster Teeth. As in, like, a dentist, teeth. The word teeth.
Yeah, what is that?
Well, Janky, you're going to have to explain this, because honestly, my explanation would be butchered as fuck. So, yeah. What's up, Christina? Thank you for dropping a like. I appreciate that. Dontrell asks, what is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear? Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, this is gonna be so embarrassing, but I'm afraid of the dark. Being alone in the dark. I don't know if your parents ever, like, made you when you were a kid. They would be like, Maddie, can you take out the trash? I would say no, and they're like, why not? And I'm like, I'm afraid of the dark. And they're like, oh, quit being such a baby and go out there. Well, I would go out there by myself, and then my mind would get to me and think, there's people out there, there's animals out there, you're gonna get scared, you're gonna just throw the trash can and run away. So I would throw the trash can, make it in the trash can, and I would run to my back door, because I was always afraid that there was someone out there. Like, you know, I watch so many scary movies and, like, scary TV shows, and all these kids will go outside at night and boom, they disappear, and I'm just kind of like, well, I don't like the dark.
Well, there
Because
you go.
you don't know what works out in the dark at night.
Fuck
You
no,
don't
you
know
don't.
what's out there. And I don't like being out in the dark by myself because it's dark, you can't see, and if someone were to just come up right behind you and you don't really see them, then what are you gonna do?
That's a good
You
point.
don't know which direction to run, you don't know where to go, you can't see them.
That's a good point. Dontrell, my biggest fear, it's kind of like I have technically two answers for this because they're equally as scary, but one is set in the future, not right now. So my biggest fear currently, like that is 100% the most dominant fear in my fucking life, other than spiders, because I have severe arachnophobia. I don't fuck with spiders. Like I just don't. The wife actually has to kill the spiders because I won't fucking do it. That is a fact. 100% fact, and call me pussy all fucking day. I do not give a fuck. I've been bit by spiders. I've been hospitalized by a spider, and I don't fuck with them. I don't. But my biggest fear overall, 100 fucking percent biggest fear in this world, as weird as it fucking sounds, I don't fuck with water. I don't like swimming. I don't like diving boards. I don't fuck. I don't fuck with pools. I don't swim in private pools. I don't swim in public pools. I'll occasionally swim in a lake sometimes if there's a fuck ton of people around. But I don't fuck with water. And a lot of that is because I actually drowned as a child and I had to be resuscitated and I ended up in the hospital. And I just don't fuck with water, man. I don't fuck with water. I fucking hate it. Me and the wife and her family went on vacation a while back to Shawnee National Forest. I swam in the river that was there, but even the wife and her family and Gart is her family, obviously, but Gart's in the comments. Gart and the wife can both vouch for me. It took a lot of convincing for me to even get in the river, and there was a shit ton of people there, and I just did not fucking feel comfortable doing it. I hated it. I did not want to fucking do it. So, yeah, I don't really fuck with water. I have a severe fear of drowning. I would actually rather burn alive in a fire than drown. Like, and that's real shit. I've been set on fire, and it was nowhere near as scary as fucking drowning. I promise. So I don't fuck with water. I don't. Maddie, what's up, Soonrays? From what Soonrays and Janky Cat are saying, it's a game company that where they made TV shows and gaming videos, and you can customize things that you would want.
You know, I honestly, with that, thinking about that would be kind of cool, but one of the like big things that I want to like be like as my job is that I'm a site model where I model for clothing, anything like that, and um like different t-shirts, hoodies, pants, like different logos. I kind of want to be in that kind of like job thing, but I don't really know if I could even do it. It's really hard to get into something like that. Like there's someone I know that had gotten into I think it's called Univ, like UNIV or something like that. I can't remember. But they just got into modeling with them and it took them forever, and I'm just kind of like I wish I could do that for like gaming sites, different name brands. I wish I could get into something like that.
Okay,
But
so
Rooster Teeth sounds like something that could help me with that kind of category, because that can help me get the things that I want and that I would wish to have. It sounds interesting, but I kind of want to like research more into that because I really don't know what much about it.
okay, um, so Dontrell asks, "What is the funniest moment of your life?" I'm gonna go ahead and answer this one first. I know that I've been letting you go first, Maddie, because whole ladies first thing, but I have to answer this. This is fucking hilarious. So it actually happened in school, and now I have told a fuck ton of life stories that are gonna seem much more funny than this one, but for me, this was by far the fucking funniest. So I have this friend named Garrett, okay, and not a lot of people know him, but he has a YouTube channel, and it's Guitar Kazooie. He used to do a lot of gaming videos. He did like Super Mario ROMs and shit, like the super hard, evil fucking Mario levels. And he played guitar. He's really down to earth dude. Like he's still super chill. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he's still like super chill. The last time we talked, and so here's the thing. Garrett doesn't curse. Like at least at school, you never heard him curse. And at the time when this happened, it was like 7th grade. So like only certain people of my friend group, including me, fucking cursed. So nobody really cursed. And Garrett was one of those kids that did not curse. You never heard him say a curse word. I occasionally would hear him curse like at a video game, but it wasn't like, oh fuck this game. It was like, oh damn it. You know, it wasn't anything like that in the cursing world seemed like, holy shit, he just said that, you know. So we were in this thing called restriction, and what it was at my school was every end of the quarter there was this thing called an incentive, and it basically what it was, if you had like good grades, you didn't have any referrals, you could go on like a field trip at the end of the quarter to like the city museum, the science center. You guys probably have no fucking idea what either of those are, but they're really cool things to do around where we live. If you Google City Museum, St. Louis, Missouri, you could actually see a fuck ton of cool videos, man. Parkour guys go there all the time. It's awesome. So anyway, we're in this classroom. It's me, Garrett, Lee Rock 1645, a couple of our friends, and the teacher. And Garrett had went to the bathroom, and the teacher we had was super, super chill. Like, she wasn't making us do packets. She wasn't making us do work. Because that was the thing with the restriction. If you didn't go to the field trip, you had to do work just all day, and it wasn't just like normal homework. It was just packets and like tests. It was so fucking stupid. And but she was chill. She wasn't having us do any of that. Like, we could play on the laptops that we had for through the school. She was letting us text on our phones. She just said, like, I don't see a point in punishing you guys any more than you're already being punished, because you can't go on the field trip with everybody and go have a fun day, and you're stuck in a classroom all fucking day by yourselves. Why shove this paperwork down your throat? So anyway, Garrett goes to the bathroom, and me and Lee come up with this like elaborate scheme that when he walks in, I'm gonna like drop an elbow drop on his head when he walks back in, and Lee's gonna record it with the laptop. So Lee sets the laptop up, we're getting ready, it's gonna be super fucking funny, and Garrett walks through the door, and I drop an elbow onto his head. He's like, oh fuck, and he says it out loud because I hit him really hard and not thinking. I just kind of like, you know, smacked him pretty good, and he's like, oh fuck, and everybody just like looks at him. And our teacher's like in shock. And Garrett's like signature little catchphrase was "oh crap." He always said "oh crap." So the teacher's like, "What did you just say, Garrett?" And he's like, "I said oh crap." And she's like, "No, you didn't." And he's like, "Yes, I did." And we were fucking like me and Lee were dying laughing until we realized like the severity of the fucking situation. So like I realized Garrett was about to get in trouble. So he was going to get a referral for cursing. So I told the teacher it's not right that Garrett only get in trouble. I should get in trouble too, because I'm the one that initially hit him that made him say, oh fuck. So she wrote me a referral too. We go down to the office, and like this is kind of where it gets really funny for me. So like I had like 70 fucking referrals. Like I was such a bad child in school because like I just didn't give two fucks about school. I thought it was a waste of fucking time. And Garrett was like a straight A student, got no trouble whatsoever, like ever. He was like so cool, but he was like one of those kids that just like towed the fucking line, you know? And if he got in trouble, it's not like his mom would beat the shit out of him. His mom's super nice, but like his dad was like down his throat about, you better not get in trouble or I'll beat you with my belt, boy. You know, a very strict father, which to a certain degree I understand, but like, anyway, so we get down to the office, and we're sitting there, and the principal looks at me and Garrett, and she just, like, puts her hands in her face, and she's just like, Stoddard, what the fuck am I gonna do with you? And I'm like, or she didn't say fuck, she's like, what am I gonna do with you? And I was like, well, here's the thing, Toots. And that's how I started my sentence off legitimately, and Garrett's just fucking dying laughing, because, like, we had a cool principal. Like, I got in trouble, but, like, we were cool, you know? And she was like, Garrett's laughing. I was like, why don't you just let Garrett go back to class and not make this a big deal? Don't call his dad. Don't call his mom. I'll take the heat for it, you know? Don't get him in trouble for it. And she just looks at Garrett, then looks at me, and she goes, do you two hang out? And I just, like, we both looked at each other really fast, and we're like, no, we don't. And she's like, yeah, you do. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to let this go just for the sake of the fact that Garrett never gets in trouble, and Christian, I really don't feel like talking to your grandma on the phone today. And I just started dying laughing, because my grandma would not let her get off the phone. Like, anybody that knows my grandma, she's absolutely psychotic. So she would not ever let my principal get off the phone. So she's like, I don't feel like talking to your grandma. You never get in trouble. Both of you guys go back to class. And as we're walking out, she goes, oh, and Stoddard. And I turn around, she's like, yeah. And she's like, use your damn brain. And I was like, okay. So I shut the door, and it's just like, that's like by far the funniest moment of my life, is the fact that A, she wasn't gonna get us in trouble just for the fact she didn't want to call my grandma and talk to her on the telephone, which is hilarious. And B, because Garrett said, oh fuck, and it was just like the most random, funny, haha bullshit I've ever had happen to me. And it's, like I said, it's probably not funny to you guys, because you have no fucking idea who Garrett is. You've probably never ever seen his YouTube channel, and if you have, good, and if you haven't, go check it out. But yeah, like, it's so fucking funny, at least for me. That's my funniest moment. Maddie, what about you?
Well, you were talking so much, I freaking forgot.
My apologies.
No, it is okay. Oh, wait. No. Okay. I'll tell you. Oh, gosh. I'm going to tell you the funniest moment of my life.
Okay, babe, not to cut you off. Real quick. Everybody watching that's asking questions.
Oh, my God.
No, just real quick. We're going to get to every single question. Don't fear. We are going to get to every single question. Our explanations are just kind of long, so we appreciate the patience. All right, babe, continue.
Anyway, I think the funniest moment of my life that I've had, that I was laughing so hard that I cried. I've got a couple, I guess. I mean, they're not like funny to you guys because you had to be there. So me and my brother and my two friends, Gracie and Abby, they lived on the same street as me, and then there was Garts Gaming. We were in my bedroom one night, and we were like, I think we were just hanging out. It was over summer break, and like we hung out like every single day. So we were like, hey, glow sticks. Like, we had a whole bag of glow sticks. So we decided to crack them, shake them, and put them on the little necklace strings and swing them around in my room in the dark. Well, I was jumping on my bed, and then we took a video of us swinging around the lights because we thought it looked cool. And all you see is my little glow stick bopping back and forth, and then I fell off the bed. And that's all you saw was just this little glow stick just bopping back and forth, and all you saw it was falling onto the floor. And all you heard was a huge thump, and it was me. And then there was a time before or after that my brother was wearing moon shoes, like the jumping moon shoes. I don't know if anybody else ever had those.
Those things were dope.
My friend was on the pogo stick, and he was on moon shoes, and they were goofing off, and she goes, hey, let's jump to the moon. So they start jumping back and forth. He starts jumping up and down, and his legs crossed, and he lost his balance, and he did the splits, and he slid right behind my friend, and he was doing the splits, and she jumped up the pogo stick. The pogo stick landed on his leg, and it crushed his leg, and all you hear is him just fake crying. He goes, "Ow! Ow!" And I just, oh gosh, wait, it's not that funny.
It's funny if you're there. Like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of those stories are like, a lot of funniest stories are like, you have to be there and know the people, or it's just not funny.
Yeah. And then, the other, one that we did, we pulled a prank on our mom. She told us to write the grocery list. This was just 2 weekends ago, and she goes, hey, I need a grocery list so I can go to the grocery store. Well, my brother and I were like talking about what we want to put on the grocery list, and he said bagel bites, pizza, penis bag, and I go, penis bag, what's that? He just goes, just put it on the grocery list. So I type it on my phone, bagel bites, pizza, donuts, the random like kid snacks, and then penis bag in the middle of the whole entire grocery list. Well,
tell me you didn't give that to your grandma.
What I didn't know is that my mom was sending it to her friend that was gonna go get the groceries for us, so we wouldn't have to go out and get them. So my mom is reading through it. My brother takes a video of my mom. My mom goes, "What's a penis bag?" And my brother goes, "A what?" And she goes, "What's a penis bag?" And Garrett goes, "A penis bag. What's that?" She goes, "I don't know." So she copy and pastes the whole entire grocery list to her friend, and it literally, my brother was like, "Did you delete penis bag?" And she goes, What? No, it's on the grocery list.
Oh.
Well, things got worse from there. My mom's friend went to the store and asked an employee, "Do you know where the penis bags are?" And they're like, and he asked
what in the fuck shit?
And he was talking to multiple employees. They're like, "We're not sure what a penis bag is," but they went looking all over the store for a penis bag. Well, he brought all the groceries back to the house, and my mom was like, "Thank you." And then he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, the employees didn't know what a penis bag was." She goes, "Oh my God, you seriously asked them?" He goes, "Yeah, it was on the grocery list. I thought you guys needed it." And she goes, "It was just a joke." And he goes, "You literally embarrassed me in the middle of the store, blah blah blah." And
that's amazing. That's fucking amazing.
so that's the funniest moment that I've had recently. So what are the other questions?
Okay, so Janky told me about how he told you his real name and it's your friend's cat's name. That is pretty funny. She told me about that. That was great. Dontrell has a couple questions I want to knock out real quick. He asks, Exodus, why do you smoke on stream? To answer that question, I vape constantly. It literally is like one of the first things I do when I wake up and one of the last things I do before I go to sleep. I constantly vape because I used to chain smoke really bad. So I'm trying to just like, I'm slowly getting off of vaping, but like when I stream, I just do it more frequently because it's a time killer for me. I don't know why, but like when I'm bored, like you ever meet somebody that like eats when they're bored? Yeah, I vape when I'm bored. So there's that. Dontrell, to answer your second question, why did we get married but we don't live together? We're not actually married yet. That's the thing. I call her the wife because we've been together for damn near 3 years, but we haven't actually got married just yet. And
it's like every other YouTuber that has had a name for their girlfriend on
yeah.
the YouTube channel. So that was just kind of mine too. So I didn't get referred to as Maddie all the time. It was just like this name that everybody could call me and could, you know, something better than using my actual name.
Yeah,
and the Little Boss Gamer is really, really long for people to type out. So I just feel like we needed something short and something quick for just a random name for YouTube.
Yeah, and Dontrell, to answer your third question, can I blow smoke through my nose? Well, hold on a second. Yes, I can. There's that. What's up, NG? Welcome to the stream, man. I didn't get to welcome you to the stream because Maddie was telling her story. And what's up, Natum? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? And you haven't really missed too much just yet. We're just doing a live Q&A, but welcome to the stream nonetheless. NG, I already responded to that. Dontrell asked if I can find what is the first time you went to the hospital? I remember mine. Like, to a fucking T. I was like 4 years old, and I actually can like just see this happening, like, because it was like the most horrific experience of my life as a child. I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I don't know if you guys ever had those plastic scooters, because a lot of kids didn't. Like, I don't even think they still make them, but they're these little plastic scooters, and they're not like razor scooters with 2 wheels. There's like a wheel in the front, 2 in the back, but they were all plastic. They were really cheap, like dollar store type scooters, and I was scootering on my neighbor's sidewalk that they used to have next door, and there was a fence, and I actually remember vividly, I was popping a wheelie on it, like with one foot, and the other foot was like on the ground pushing so I could continue to move forward, and I hit a crack in the sidewalk, and the scooter shoots off, hits the fence, and flies back. And as a kid, I hit the ground and I started to get up. And as a kid, you don't really look ahead of you. You look at the ground a lot. So as I got up, I looked up at like the wrong fucking moment. And on the end, like, so here are the bars, and then here's the ends of the bars. On the end of the bar was like super fucking like sharp and jagged because it was all broke. It was plastic. It was all broke up. And it fucking sliced me across the face and across my lip. And my lip was fucking gashed, like brutally fucking gashed. And I actually have a scar on the inside of my lip. And I'd show you, but there's no way the camera's gonna pick it up. And I remember going to I went home screaming at the top of my fucking lungs because it hurt so bad. And I went inside screaming, and my grandma was like trying to look at it, and she poured peroxide in it, which just fucking made it worse. And I was just like going fucking ballistic at this point, throwing a fit. And we got in the car, went to the hospital. I had to get like 8 stitches, and then like right over here was also cut up a little bit, but it was more scraped than actual laceration. So this part just healed up, but this part of my lip had stitches in it for a very long time. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks, and as a kid, that's like a fucking eternity. I couldn't like really eat much. I couldn't do anything like at all. Like going outside wasn't really an option because if I jumped and jarred the stitches, it would hurt. So I just sat inside and played video games and just kind of hung out. Like I did nothing. So that was my first time going to the hospital, and looking back at it, I don't regret the decision because it was kind of neat. But I really wish I wouldn't have had to get the stitches, but it was neat nonetheless. So that was mine. Maddie, what's yours?
Well, I'll tell you about the one that I don't remember, and it was the very, very first time I had to go to the hospital, and then I'll tell you the one the very first one I do remember. When I believe I was like 2 or 3 years old, I was sitting in maybe 2. I can't really remember how old I was, but I was in that age where you can sit in the high chair still. Or, no, I'm sorry. Okay, I was sitting in a regular chair, and I fell forward out of the chair, like one of those regular kitchen chairs that's in your kitchen. I fell forward, and I hit my collarbone. Well, I began to cry, and then I was fine, but then the next day, I went to Blockbuster with my mom, and I was running down the aisles. My mom was looking at movies, and it used to be this natural thing all the time that we would go to Blockbuster, and now that Blockbusters went out of business, it's not there anymore.
Heard a whole lot of people probably don't even know what Blockbuster is.
Blockbuster is just basically one of those places that you go and rent movies, DVDs, CDs, your video games, anything like that, and it's pretty cool. But now that Redbox has taken over, that's basically your mobile Blockbuster.
And Netflix.
And I ran down one of the aisles in Blockbuster, and I tripped, and I fell forward, and I broke my collarbone, and my mom came running after me and picked me up, and I kept crying, and she thought something was wrong. So we went to the hospital and had some x-rays done, and they, of course, said, yep, she broke her collarbone. So I had to wear a cast around my neck, and then it had 2 little metal bars coming out of it to hold my shoulders down, and I had to wear it for a good couple of weeks. I still have a dent in my collarbone where it was broken, and I'm not really sure if it's actually from when I broke it or if it's meant to be there. Either way, there's a little bump, but it's very hard to see now since I'm so much older. And then the time that I do remember is I was in 5th grade, and I had broken my nose. And this was like the horror story, and this was horrible. My parents had just went out of town to go. This was when my parents were still together as well. They had just went out of town to go to Cozumel, Mexico, or something like that. They were going on one of those Carnival cruises, and they were going on vacation. They were going to be gone for 2 weeks. My grandma was left in charge of me and my brother to take care of us, and I went to a friend's house. I said, Grandma, can I go to a friend's house? Sure, Maddie, just be home in a good couple of hours. I took my nephew with me, and we went on the water slide at my friend's house. Well, me having this idea that I was going to put him on the floaty, like a little floaty that you put in your pool, and then just put him on the pool. You okay?
Fuck. Okay.
Are you okay?
You ever just like... God damn. Anyway, you ever just like fucking go to swallow your saliva and it just fucking goes down the wrong fucking pipe?
Yep.
Yeah, that just happened, and that fucking hurt. Anyway, continue with your story. I apologize.
No, you're okay. I sat him on the floaty, and I decided to go all the way across the yard and then start running to push him across this water slide. Well, that didn't go as planned, and I bashed my nose in the back of his head, and I crushed my nose. Well, thinking that maybe I was okay, my eyes began to water, and then I touched my face, and I was gushing in blood. Well, I went in their house, my eyes were watering, my nose was gushing blood, and it was all over the ground. It was all over their bathroom. It was all over the grass, the sidewalk, their driveway, the water slide. I told my friends that I needed to take my nephew and go home, and they asked why. I said, I broke my nose. I know I have. I got a major headache after that, and then my eyes, both of my eyes turned black. Like I got 2 black eyes just because breaking my nose. And I came home and I talked to my grandma. She told me that I had to stay awake because I could have hit my head and all that fun stuff. So she was afraid that I would fall asleep and have some kind of concussion. She thought I hit my head. So we waited. I went to the emergency room and we took x-rays, and they said, of course, you've broken your nose right in the bridge. And then I had to call my parents, which was not a great conversation because I had just called them, and they had just got on the boat to go to Mexico. And I said, hey, how far out are you guys? And she goes, I just got on the boat. Why? And I said, I broke my nose. My mom had to tell me where all my medical information was, and I had to call my doctor and set up my own appointment. And then my doctor wasn't in, so I went to the hospital, and then they, were letting me know that my nose was broken, and then I had to go to an ear, nose, and throat specialist and had to have surgery done. My surgery altogether took about 27 minutes, and it was like horrible. Like the medicine tasted bad, the IV in my arm hurt real bad. After I woke up from my surgery, I was nauseous, and yeah. So that was the very last time I had went to the hospital for anything at all. So yeah.
Solid. So
yeah, my parents were not too happy about it, but altogether my nose is fixed, and that's all I'm happy about.
Oh, I believe it. Janky, to answer your question, did I sell my Xbox One, or do I still have my Xbox One, or did I sell it for a PS4? I actually traded my Xbox One for a PS4, and a large factor of that was the fact that I don't really have too many Xbox friends anymore. And it's because they don't really mess with video games, and most of my Xbox friends went to college and got rid of their Xboxes, but my PlayStation friends continue to play PlayStation after they graduated. So I got a PlayStation 4 to play with a majority of my friends online, but then most of them now have stopped playing. The only few PS4 friends that I still have are Soonrays, Chaos, and Thunderbolt, Maddie, and Gart, and that's pretty much it. And Maddie and Gart really don't play PS4 anymore, and I know that with Soonrays and Chaos, I play with them on my computer all the time now. So don't really have a need for my PS4 at this point. Or I don't really have a need for my PS4 right now either. A lot of people keep telling me to get and Gate Mystic also plays PS4. I know a lot of people that I just talk to here and there that are my acquaintances are always like, oh, you should get PS Plus and play with me, but I know I'd play 2 or 3 games with them here and there, and that would be it. So it's just not really worth the money to me. I would rather get the $15 a month that I would put into PlayStation Plus, and I'd rather play World of Warcraft with the wife and my guild medic and all them that I play World of Warcraft with, to be honest. We have a question from World War I Engineer for both you and I, Maddie. He says, what is your job and what is my job? You can go ahead and go first, because my explanation is
where I work?
Yeah.
This is gonna sound really funny to a lot of people because I'm so much younger than you. I'm actually turning 18 on Tuesday, if anybody was wondering. I've said it so many times, I bet everybody's irritated about that, but I work at a bar, and I'm not a bartender, I'm not a cook or anything like that. I basically do the dishes, I handle food, and that's basically what I do. I used to work about 40 hours a week, but now that school's starting, I'm back to normal school hour job, whatever,
Yeah.
So, but the bar that I work at is my dad's, and it is actually my very first job, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, NG, to answer your question, I actually have recently got a new job offer, so I just quit working at where I work at now. But where I was working at very recently, up until last night actually, was called Affordable Lawn Care and Landscaping. It is by my cousin Matt Gallup, who used to have a YouTube channel, boosted 1997. He doesn't really do YouTube anymore. Um, but he had started a landscaping and lawn care business, and I worked there, and I did a variety of things. We just got done building a porch, or a patio, which is pretty neat. And we used to like do roofing, clean gutters, power wash, cut grass, just lawn cleanup, things of that nature. And that's what I did. But I'm actually getting ready to do security and maintenance at a hotel, or not a hotel, a casino and hotel type thing, very close to where I live. And the only reason I'm not going to say the name of it is because it's not that I don't trust my subscribers, because I do, but if you were to find out the actual job title and the business name, it wouldn't be too much harder to find where I live. And in the future, if this YouTube channel ever takes off, I really wouldn't want people knowing where I live. I'm kind of a private person like that anyway. Only a select few individuals on this planet know where my actual house is located. Because I'll, like, if they're like, oh, I'll come pick you up, I'll have them pick me up down the road. And a lot of that is just due to the fact that I was taught by my grandparents, never tell anybody where you live, don't show them your house, because your best friend could actually be the person that breaks in at night, kills you, and robs you. So it's not that I'm paranoid. I'd rather people not know where I live. So hope that answers your question enough on that one, my dude. And Maddie Janky Cat asked, can you work at GameStop so you can get free games and consoles?
Can I work at GameStop? This is going to be kind of a question for him too, because I'm actually starting to become a little curious why he's wanting me to switch my job, because I've been asked by him to work at Rooster Teeth and GameStop, and I'm just kind of wondering, like, is my job not good enough? Like, I do want a variety of jobs. Do not get me wrong. I do want to work at, like, GameStop and different places, but I just haven't really found anywhere that can actually be flexible with my job. Plus, having two jobs and going to school would not be, like, the greatest thing in the world, because I probably would cry and be like, I hate both my jobs. I want to go home and I want to sleep and never wake up. And I would just be so tired all the time. And the whole me sleeping and never waking up doesn't mean I want to die. It's just me sleeping and just keep on sleeping, because I love sleep. And this morning I had to get up at 10 and be at work at 11 a.m. and I was just not happy at all. But GameStop does sound pretty interesting, because I wouldn't mind getting a free video game here and there. The consoles, I wouldn't mind that. But I also wouldn't mind working with, like, ice cream shops, anything like that, because I love sweet stuff. So there's different jobs that I'd be interested in having, but I enjoy the one that I have now most. So there's that.
Okay. Chaos says, well, first off, Engineer says, rip Blockbuster. Chaos says, I know what the fuck Blockbuster is, and he feels old now. Chaos, I hear you. I love Blockbuster. I wish it were still a thing. And Don Charles said that he went to the hospital because he was playing football for a team, and someone that was new knocked my nose out of place and bleeding everywhere, but I cracked it back in place, and my left eye was swollen for like a week, but my dumbass went back to the game and not noticed it was hurt again, and I had a checkup and my nose had a crack in it, and that's why I couldn't breathe that week. Yeah, Don Trell, I hear you. Chaos, to answer your question, get my phone number. I will text it to you on Messenger, because I don't fuck with Messenger, and I will explain why I don't fuck with Messenger much anymore over text message. I'm not going to do it on stream. And then Janky Cat asks, what types of games do you play, Maddie?
Like, okay, this is gonna sound like super silly. I'm more into, like, the adventure running and jumping games, like Mario and, that kind of thing. It can have, like, somewhat of a plot to it. Like, I used to play Ratchet and Clank before my PS3 had an issue with the S video cord, and I used to play that. And then I had Little Big Planet, and I had Super Mario Bros, and I had Sims, I think, and that was just kind of like what I enjoyed doing, because I like the running and jumping games. It's simple, it's easy, and it's something that I can play without having so much complication put to it. Because when I do, like, Call of Duty and Black Ops and all that, I seriously am the worst aimer ever. Like, I aim at the ground and I shoot the ground and I, like, move all around and try to hope for the best.
Fact.
Do what?
That is an absolute
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah, like I am horrible at that game.
If you guys go on my channel at some point and you watch Black Ops 3 live stream with Shadow Moon and the wife, you can see 100% that is factual. It was funny as fuck. And Maddie actually got a couple kills, which made me proud as fuck.
I did, but it's just I'm horrible at aiming, and it's just it's horrible.
Right. Dontrell asks, how old am I? I am actually 21 years young, and I turned 21 in May. And Chaos, who's watching the live stream, actually got me a bottle of Captain Morgan. And everybody that knows me personally knows that I love Captain Morgan, but it's a special kind of Captain Morgan that I can't find where I live. You actually have to drive to the next state over to get it. So Chaos, yet again, thank you for that. That was such a good bottle of alcohol. It was amazing. I don't drink often. I'm not really a drinker, but I do enjoy a cold drink here and there, and I do enjoy a glass of Captain Morgan here and there, but I don't drink heavily. I don't enjoy getting drunk. I just like to drink occasionally. So there's that. Engineer, thank you for the congrats, man. Appreciate it. Janky Cat wants to know, Maddie, what do you think's better, cats or dogs?
Honestly, I have a cat and a dog. I really can't say which one's better because my dog that I've had has been my Christmas present since I was in 5th grade, and he has literally been my best friend through thick and thin, and he has traveled with me to multiple states, moved between me living with my dad and my mom, and he moved back and forth with them, and then after a while just stayed with my mom, which really broke my heart. But I also had a cat that was also like, when I cried, he would like nudge up against me and like would wipe my tears away, I would think, and he made my heart so happy. Like, he was like the sweetest cat ever, and I really can't pick because I love both of them equally because they are just both great animals to have as a companion, as a like emotional support, anything like that.
So I know that was a question for Maddie, and I just want to clarify because I've actually been asked that question before, and my answer apparently sounded very prickish. But just to answer, I think my cat is the greatest animal on the planet. I would not trade my cat for a dog. I wouldn't trade my cat for another cat. I wouldn't trade my cat for a lion. I love my cat. My cat will always have a special place in my heart, and actually one of my World of Warcraft characters is named after my cat. So I love my cat. However, if I were to ever get a new animal, dogs all the way. I love dogs. They are, and the reason I love dogs, and I'm not dogging cats, haha, pun intended. But
German Shepherd.
I'm not dogging cats. It's just like, if I tell a cat like, come here, you know, they just look at me like I'm a fucking idiot. But if I talk to a dog, I'm like, come here, boy, you know, instantly runs right to my side. Like, I don't know. I like dogs. Plus, if someone breaks in my house and I have a pit bull or Rottweiler or German Shepherd or like, you know, a golden retriever, they're gonna get fucked up.
A guard dog.
A guard dog. Yeah, thank you. They're gonna get fucked up real fucking fast, and that gives me time to load my gun. So dogs for me. Chaos says, Maddie, you're turning 18, payment due, which is an inside joke between the three of us, and we're not going to put that on the live stream. Like, we're not going to explain the joke, because it truly wouldn't be that funny if we explained it to everybody. So,
not to mention that you had to be there for the
yeah, you had to be there, or it's not fucking funny.
Okay, I am just going to reply to that, because that's somewhat of a statement, less than a question. For one, Chaos, it's not a question. Don't put that on there. And two, I don't owe you crap, so get out of here with that. Bye.
Janky Cat asked Maddie, have you talked to Leprechaun on voice chat on Discord? You already heard my voice, and you were surprised about hearing mine.
No, I really, really want to talk to Leprechaun on the voice chat, because I want to find out what he sounds like.
Your mind's going to be blown. I'm not going to reveal what his voice sounds like, but your mind is going to be blown.
My mind is going to... Is he, like, high-pitched?
I'm not going to tell you what his voice sounds like, even if you guess it, I'm not going to tell you.
Now I'm going to have to call him. I'm going to have to call him.
Janky, to answer your question, do I wish they put Halo on PlayStation? I do. I actually really, really enjoy Halo, but they're never like, Microsoft's never going to do that, so it's never going to be a thing. Chaos, you have what? Are you talking about the bottle of alcohol that we were talking about? Like the Captain Morgan? Or are you talking about Janky Cat saying Halo on PlayStation? Janky Cat asked both of us, are you guys going to get Destiny 2 on PC when it comes out in October? I think I am.
No.
Yeah, see, I think I am, but I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think I might.
Honestly, like, I don't really play Destiny and all that, so, like, I'm just going to say no for the sake of myself, because, for one, I don't have a PC that's actually running and runs well, and two, I don't think I want to spend money on a game that I've never played before and I have no knowledge about, and I'm not going to, you know, get into something that I have no knowledge of, and, you know.
What's up, Tori? How you doing? Tori asks, where did you and Maddie meet at? So this is actually a really fucking funny story. This is hilarious for me. It's not as funny for Maddie, but it's fucking hilarious for me.
Hang on just a second. Sorry. Hang on.
Hanging on.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had to take off my sweatshirt.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I don't know why I couldn't just
fault.
tell the story as you were doing that. But,
I'm sorry.
Anyway, back to what I was getting to. What was this? Oh, it's really funny for me, but it's not as funny for Maddie. So essentially, what had happened was the situation that brought about us meeting was it was a couple. Well, actually, it was more than a couple. It was probably like 5, 6 years ago, roughly.
Okay, well, I was in 7th grade. I'm a senior now, so.
So there you go. That gives you the time frame. So about 7 years ago, I was at the skate park. Anybody that knows me knows.
It wasn't 7 years ago.
Whatever, Madison. I know it had to have been more than 5. No.
4 or 5 years ago.
No, we'll argue about this off stream. That is not accurate. Anyway.
Yes, it is, because
I basically lived.
I was in 7th grade going into 8th.
This is the problem with women. They can't just accept when they're wrong. They just got to argue why they're right.
Hey.
I'm joking. Anyway,
no, it was 4 years ago.
Okay, whatever. 4 years ago, and Maddie times 7 years in actual time. So I was at the skate park.
No.
I couldn't drive yet, Madison, and I'm 21, and I couldn't drive yet, which implies
you were like 15 or 16.
Oh my god! So if I was 15 years old, and I just turned 21, that would make it at the very least 6 fucking years.
No, I haven't lived here for 6 years. I've only lived here for 4.
Oh my god! Whatever. Anyway, for the love of all that.
Okay. Anyway, it was the summer going into 8th grade. Okay.
Okay. Whatever. What the fuck ever.
Basically 4
it was summertime, many of years ago, and I was at the skate park. And anybody that knows me knows that back in the day, I lived at the skate park. I was there every single fucking day. I was there every single fucking night. I'd skate home, and in the morning I'd be right the fuck back there. I lived, eat, breathe, sleep skateboarding. I was wrestling a little bit at the time, but not as serious as I am about it now. I wanted to be a pro skater, and that is all I fucking wanted to do. So, I was at the skate park, and there was a girl I was dating at the time. She was with me, and she's actually a very key part of this story. But we were there, and I remember this girl. And this girl was notorious around my hometown for being a bitch. And I don't mean that. Janky, what are you? He did it on accident. Never mind. Anyway, so, anyways, you're good, Janky. Anyway, I was at the skate park, and this girl was notorious for just being a bitch, for stealing shit, getting in trouble with the law all the time. And I don't mean getting in trouble with the law, like, as in getting a speeding ticket, or, like, you know, getting caught with cigarettes at a young age. No, I mean, like, this chick was robbing people. This chick was, like, getting caught with drugs. And I don't mean marijuana. I mean, like, real drugs. Like, real fucking shit, you know? And, it just fucking, she was not cool. And, everybody knew to stay the fuck away from her. So, she came to the skate park, like, and she was just there to start shit, like, all the time. And I had told her so many times, like, just go the fuck away, like, nobody wants you here, like, you're just gonna get the skate park closed, and then you're gonna piss everybody off. Because that's for real what would happen, is, like, if there were fights at the skate park and shit, the police would actually close the skate park. So, anyway, moving forward with the story, all of a sudden, I see this, like, super short, long-haired chick. Well, her hair wasn't super long, but it was long-ish. It's not long like it was now. Walking the skate park wearing a Blink-182 shirt. Walking a dog. A beagle, to be exact. And I remember, like, I thought, like, that chick seems cool. Like, she seems super cool. Like, I don't know her, but, you know, she looks new. She'd never been there before. Like, we all knew she'd never been at the skate park, and if she was, none of us that were the locals there, like, knew her. And I walked up. I was like, hey, what's up? My name's Christian. Like, and I went to knuckle bump her, and she's like, you could tell the look on her face. She was, like, concerned about something, but she said hi regardless. So we go back to skating, doing our thing, and, like, the girl I was dating at the time had introduced herself to Maddie. Maddie was the girl in the Blink-182 shirt, by the way. And she introduced herself, and they had started to talk, you know, just about little shit. And I remember this notorious bitch, I'm not going to say her name, because that is just so much shit I don't want to deal with. But she was there, and...
Not to mention that girl changed now, and she's way different than what she was. She cleaned up her act and everything.
Right. So, I'm not going to say her name, but if for some reason she watches my YouTube, you know who you are. But, she came into the skate park, just going off toward Maddie. Now, keep in mind, I had no emotional ties to Maddie. We were not together at the time. Like, you know, I was doing my thing. I had been with the girl I was with for, like, a year or two at this point. Like, I think a year. And, I was very invested in that relationship, so there was no emotional ties. And I just, like, looked at Maddie, who was, like, 4'8", and she looked like she was, like, 12. And then I looked at the girl who was starting shit, who I knew had to have been older. I thought she was older than Maddie and was like 5'5".
No, I was 14 and she was the same age as me. We were in the same grade. She just seemed older than everybody else in our grade.
That's what I was getting at. Is that she appeared much older because she was taller. Her face was more
she used to wear a lot of makeup too.
Well, and her face was aged because of drugs. So, you know, she looked older. She looked like she was probably like 18. And I didn't really know the bitch, to be honest with you. Like, I just knew of her, and, like, she was there all the time. I had no clue how old she was. And she, like, walked up to Maddie, and I remember, like, I was in the middle of skating, and I just, like, looked at my friends. I was like, dude, no, fuck this. I was like, this bitch needs to fucking go. Like, this little girl came in here just chilling with us, being cool. Like, if this bitch is gonna come in here, like, and at this point, at the skate park, like, if you came in and you were cool, and, like, you were cool with us, like, we protected you. Just because, like, you were one of us, you were cool with us, so, like, we're gonna make sure you're okay. So I remember, like, me, a couple of my friends that I skated with at the time, we, like, skated up, got in front of Maddie, and we're like, bitch, you need to take your skanky ass the fuck somewhere else. Like, we're not dealing with you. You're a fucking cunt. Like, I went off on her so hard. I was like, you're a fucking stupid bitch. And I don't really call women names. Like, I don't. It's just not something I do. I've never believed in it. But this chick accurately, like, if you opened the Webster dictionary and looked up the word cunt, her picture would have been on that fucking description, that definition at the time. So, like, I was like, nah, you need to get the fuck out of here with your skanky ass, like, get the fuck on somewhere, suck a dick somewhere else, like, this ain't a place for you, and whatnot and so forth. And so she left, and, like, we told Maddie, like, you can just kick it here with us for a while, like, don't go home yet. Like, she's gonna follow you. She's fucking stupid, you know? So, Maddie hung out with us for a little bit. And then the girl I was dating at the time offered to walk Maddie home. She's like, hey, I'll walk you guys home. And, or I'll walk you home. You know, so that way you can get home safe and I won't let this girl fuck with you. And I was like, okay, cool. So, the girl I was dating at the time walks Maddie home. Comes back. And, that's actually how we met. Is I, along with my friends, kept Maddie from getting jumped by this bitch. And I should have probably said this at the start. This bitch had like 3 or 4 girls with her who, yet again, were just notorious for doing dumb shit and jumping people and getting arrested. So, like, I'm sorry. I've never believed in, I've never really believed in letting somebody get jumped, even if they're in the wrong. I don't agree with it. Like, fight the person one-on-one. Don't be a puss. So there's that. So yeah, that's how we met. It's a very interesting story, but yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so Janky Cat, to answer your question, what is my favorite Resident Evil? It has to be Resident Evil 4. No doubt in my mind. Greatest like a lot of people disagree with me on it. They think that Resident Evil like 1 and 2 were the best. And don't get me wrong, Resident Evil 1 and 2, amazing. I loved them. But Resident Evil 4 was the first Resident Evil game that I really connected with and that I just played into the ground, and I actually did a full playthrough on my channel. I think we did 2 of them. At one point we did 2 of them. So there's that. So yeah, me and Lee Rock 1645 had a full playthrough. Awesome fucking game. Wouldn't pick any other game. So yeah, Maddie, do you have a favorite Resident Evil?
I would say with Resident Evil 7 when I did the VR version of it, because it seemed super realistic. It was scary, and it seemed like something that it was like out of a horror movie. And that's the most scared I've ever been.
Ow.
So yeah.
Chaos says that he's got my number. Yes, you do, Chaos. Oh wait, I got what you're saying. Shoot me texts from now on, dude. Now I get what you're saying. Yeah, shoot me text. Don't fuck with Messenger. Just shoot me a text message, man. And I will explain why later on. And Chaos, if I get Destiny 2 for the PS4, I swear to God I'll play with you. Swear I will buy PS Plus to play with you. Swear to God. Yeah, Janky, she told me about that. And Maddie, Janky wants to know if you've ever played Resident Evil. You kind of just answered that one. But
I mean, not really. I just did the VR experience of it, and that was it.
Okay. And Janky Cat, don't worry about it, man. Accidents happen. It's all good, brother. It's all good. No, Chaos, that was not her name. God damn it. Janky, I'm actually not against that. But I do have Mr. Soonrays also that helps me out with that kind of stuff when I ask him. So, not necessarily against that. Soonrays has a question for Maddie. He wants to know when Maddie's going to play some SALTSQUAD games.
Well, I'm actually trying to get Golf with Your Friends right now. Like, that's the game that I'm actually trying to get. So I can actually play with you guys, because I do want to do the SALTSQUAD. I want to play Rocket League. I want to do Golf with Your Friends. I want to do Cards Against Humanity. I want to do all of that. Like, everybody thinks that I don't want to.
You could do cards.
How do I do cards, though?
It's an online, on the internet type thing. I'll have Soonrays.
Oh, it's actually on the internet, and we actually, like...
You know what? We could do that. We could do that. When Lee gets back into town, we could do me, you, Soonrays, and if Soonrays has anybody else that wants to play, we could do a round of Cards Against Humanity with the wife and the SALTSQUAD.
Yeah, that's fine, but when does he come back?
I think he came back today, or he's coming back tomorrow, from what he said the other night.
Because if I can do it tomorrow night, like, that's cool with me, but I can't...
Tomorrow night's not going to probably work for me. Maybe
tomorrow night would work for me, but Tuesday night won't work for me due to school.
Then I'll see if I can adjust my schedule and we could do cards tomorrow night. That sounds really fun, actually.
I mean, we could always do a day stream. Like, I'm cool with that too. Like, either way, like, I'm cool with whatever.
Yeah. All right. Janky has a question for the wife. He says, "Have you heard of the game Outlast?"
Okay, I've heard the name Outlast, but I haven't seen any like trailers or.
It's that game. Do you remember that game that I showed you where you play like you're holding the camera, and you're in like that middle of that horror, almost Resident Evil Village type thing? I showed it to you at GameStop that one day, and we played the demo.
I think so. My memory is horrible, but I think so.
Right on. Okay, Soonrays says he is back and on Discord. Alright, Soonrays, that sounds cool. I'll probably hop in a game with you guys then after this Q&A. Megan oh, shit, I skipped over 2 questions. My bad. And, Natum, I do not have an Xbox One anymore, to answer your question. And Janky says, Exodus, what is your favorite Resident Evil character? Mine is a toss-up between Leon, because Leon is the fucking shit, and Wesker, because Wesker is the fucking man. Now, Wesker's a prick. He is the bad guy, but everybody likes bad guys. You know what I mean? Like, I've always thought that the bad guys were the coolest. So, like, Wesker's fucking awesome. But if I had to pick only one, Leon, for the fucking win. He's very smart-ass-ish. He's badass, and I like the way he dresses. I know that sounds really weird coming from a guy, but I always thought the leather jacket was fucking cool. Dude's just a badass. And he looks cool as a badass. I don't think I'd like him as much if he wasn't as just badass overall as he was. So mine's Leon for sure. Megan says, "Do you like me?" Well, I'm sure both of us had the same answer, and it's yes. You are fucking awesome, Megan.
Yes, we do.
Chaos says he would kill us in Cards Against Humanity. Chaos, that'd be fucking fun. That would be really fucking interesting.
I don't think so.
Janky says, Exodus, would you buy Destiny 2 for PC or PS4? By the way, I send you a friend request on PS4, and if Destiny 2 comes out, you could play it. Okay, that sounds cool. I would probably, honest to God, get it for PS4, because I have 3 friends that play Destiny on the PS4, and I don't have any computer friends that play Destiny, so I feel like PS4 would definitely be my best route for Destiny 2, if we're being honest. Megan, get the fuck out of here with your Gurner questions. Gurner, fuck you. I know you're watching this with him. Fuck is wrong with you? Megan says, do you like Lego Russian porn? Yes, I do. I like the way the blocks slide together. Gurner, you fucking hairball fuck.
I thought we weren't answering questions like that.
It was a joke question, babe. It's from Gurner.
Okay.
Janky Cat asks, Exodus, are you sad that in Resident Evil 7 that Leon, Chris, and Wesker died in Resident Evil 5 and not in 7? Not exactly. I'm pissed that they died in Resident Evil 5, technically. But here's the best way I can put it to you. I don't get sad when a video game character dies, necessarily, or a TV show, what's the right word? Like a TV show persona dies, because sometimes it's like one of those things where if they would have continued to push them on, it might get stale. I love Harry Potter. It's actually one of my favorite book series and movie series, but I feel like it's starting to become stale because there's like 9 of them or 10 of them, however fucking many of them. It's if you push something for so long, it starts to get stale. John Cena, Roman Reigns. That's my answer. Megan says her and Jake are watching and they're crying, laughing. Janky Cat asks Maddie, have you played Minecraft? Maddie? Hello?
What?
Can
you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know that my mic wasn't working. It was on.
Janky Cat said, have you ever played Minecraft?
Yes, actually I have. And there should be a live stream on your channel of me, you, Jake Gold, Dash Plays Games, Isaiah Vapes,
Soonrays,
and Soonrays all playing it. And
wait,
we were
you
all
forgot
talking
one.
over each other.
Forgot one.
What?
Hashtag fuck you, Dylan.
Oh, yeah, and Dylan.
So yeah, she does play Minecraft quite a bit.
Yeah, I do play Minecraft.
Megan asks, what's your favorite part of wrestling? Babe, you can answer this one first if you want.
Favorite part of wrestling is like the crowd and being connected with them, and I think the flipping and rolling around and doing all that stuff is super fun.
So my favorite part of wrestling kind of ties off of Maddie's answer a little bit. I enjoy the crowd interaction because as an entertainer in my YouTube, in my wrestling, through my band as well, like I really like performing in front of a crowd, even though I hate speaking in front of people, which is so fucking weird that I have that fear, but yet I do YouTube, I'm in a band, I wrestle, so it is quite odd that I don't like speaking in front of people. But regardless, it's one of those things, like, I enjoy the fact that I can go out in front of a crowd of wrestling fans, that I can have them react any way I want to. I can make them cheer me and love me and get behind me and chant, let's go Exodus, and you know, just chant Exodus. But I also enjoy the fact that I can go out and just snarl at them, and I don't have to say a word, and I get trash thrown at me, and I get told that, like, Exodus sucks, you know, get them to cheer Exodus sucks, and little kids hate me. So I enjoy the entertaining aspect of it. Of course, I enjoy the physical part and putting together a great match and having a good match with good opponents, but I truly enjoy the crowd interaction more than I enjoy anything else. So that's my favorite part, to be honest with you. Um, Janky asks, Xbox One, PS4, PC. Maddie, I'll let you answer this one first. Which one would you prefer?
I'm gonna go with PS4 because, or no, PC, because PC, I know how to work computers. I can do everything on a computer, and you have more of a selection of using Steam and all that on the computer. And then PS4, you've got to like download like the digital copy of like a video game. You got to sit there and wait forever and all that. And I think that Steam gives us a better variety to pick from for games, and it's Discord's pretty cool and all that. So, yeah.
So I'm gonna have to, Janky. This is hard for me because here's the thing. Okay, if I had to pick between all three, I'd probably go with PC for sure. Yeah, I'd go with PC. But here's the thing. Each one of them have their negatives and positives, their pros and cons. I don't care what any PC gamer says. I don't care what any console gamer says. With both, there's a lot of pros and there's a fuck ton of cons. So my examples are with PC. Okay, a lot of pros. Like Maddie said, there's a bigger game variety. You can do whatever you want with your PC, and like, if, say, you like the colors green and black, you can make your whole PC green and black themed, and nobody can tell you it's wrong, because it's not their PC, and it's your preference, and I think that's fucking awesome. I think that's fucking great. The cons, and there's a lot more pros with PC, but I don't have the time to sit here and list all of them. The cons with PCs that piss me off is, like, if something goes wrong with a part, yes, it's easy to fix, but some of the parts that go wrong, is...
You can't just want to cry?
Yeah, well, no, you can't just... If you don't have the money, you can't just go out and fix it. And
no, I said cry.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you can't just go out and fix it, and, like, it's irritating at times, because you could get a brand new graphics card, and you could have it for, like, 5 months, and it could shit out on you, and then you're out a fucking $300-$400 piece of your PC that is, like, a very vital piece. So, like that's kind of one thing I don't like about PC gaming. However, if you have friends such as Soonrays, who's really good with software and things of that nature, and then you have a friend like that's good with hardware, like LeeRock1645, SALTSQUAD, you can have the fucking tools to fix it, and you have the people to talk to fix it. So, like, if you know people that know a lot about PC, you know, that's good. Now, the pros and cons with consoles are, some pros are, they're not as prone to break a lot of the time, and I've noticed this through experience. They're not as prone to break because you're not probably going to use it as heavy as you would a PC. They're not as complicated. If it breaks, you could take it to, like, GameStop, and they can tell you exactly what's wrong with it, and most of the time when you buy a console, you get a warranty with it. So, say you buy an Xbox One, and it fucking shits out on you after a month, well, you have a warranty to take it back to GameStop, and or the Microsoft warranty, and ship it off. And you have it for like 2 years. So it's a little more convenient to fix. Even though you have to wait like a week to get a new one in the mail, it's still convenient because you don't have to worry about fixing it yourself, and if you get the warranty, you normally don't have to pay for anything. So there's some pros. Now, the cons with consoles that I've really noticed is that I think it's asinine that you have to pay money every month to play online with your friends. I think that's fucking stupid, because if you're already buying a console and you're buying internet, like if you have an internet provider, why the fuck should I have to pay more money every month to play online, to play Black Ops online, or to play like Elder Scrolls Online? Well, I guess that's a bad example because you have to pay an online subscription for PC. But why the fuck do I have to pay, you know, $25 every 3 months or $60 a year to play like games on my Xbox or my PlayStation, but yet on PC I could play the exact same game for free most of the time, unless it's an exclusive. Now, that's one thing with consoles that a lot of PC players can't admit, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I guess they're just fanboy over PC so hard, but there are great console exclusives that you can't get on the fucking PC, and that's cold hard fact. Sly Cooper is one. Crash Bandicoot is another one. Now, I know both of those are older titles, but Crash just made a comeback. Sly Cooper, I wish they would continue, even though they're not. But that was an example for back in the day. God of War is a good one. I mean, there's just so many fucking exclusives for the console that you can't get for the PC. Like, if you get a Wii U, dude, you can't play Nintendo games on your computer. Like, you might be able to if you get, like, an emulator, but even then, you're risking getting viruses and shit. Fuck that. So, like, I mean, that's just it. Like, if I had to pick, it's PC. 100% PC all the way. But I can appreciate all three. I can appreciate, or I shouldn't say all three. I can appreciate consoles, no matter the console. If it's a Wii U, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, doesn't matter. I can appreciate all those just as much as I appreciate my PC, but I like certain parts of my PC and certain aspects of my PC more. It's more convenient to stream on my PC. It's more convenient to get stuff done. I can have music playing in the background as I play a fucking game, which I really can't do on Xbox or PS4. And if you can do that, I never knew about it. I knew you could do it on the 360, but I didn't know if you could do that on the Xbox One or the PS4. So that's my answer, and it was a little drawn out, and I apologize. Alright, so we got a couple more questions, and then we're going to end the live stream. Megan wants to know, Maddie, how did you get so involved to the point where you fell in love with it? She's talking about Minecraft, I believe.
Minecraft?
Oh, no. I think she's talking about wrestling, actually.
With wrestling, I will not lie. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever when I first saw it, because I was like, this is fake, this is dumb, this is not real. And everybody at wrestling looked at me and was like, oh, it's more than real, sweetheart. Like, you can try it out as much as you want. Well, then I started coming to shows and watching and observing how people took bumps, how they, hit one another, and how much pain people go through, and how they put their bodies on the line. And I was like, can I come to a practice? Can I come to training? And I started getting into training. Well, then I started realizing that it wasn't dumb like I thought it was. So I started training, and then I started wanting to wrestle. And then I did one match, and then I wanted more. I kept wanting more and more and more and more and more, and I couldn't stop. And it was like an addiction. Like, as soon as you start, it's like you don't want to stop. Like, being a manager, like where you walk out with someone and all you do is become a manager, that becomes addicting as well. Like, you want to be there every single weekend to feed into the crowd, to make the crowd hate you or like you. Either way, it is so cool because you feel like you're some type of celebrity for a good couple of hours, and then after the night's over, everybody's like, wow, you did really good tonight. And then that whole entire time that you're out there, you feel like a completely different person than what you are outside of all of it.
So Chaos says John Cena and Roman Reigns. You mean Chris Exodus and CHWA's Chris Benoit. Yes, Chaos, but the difference is my character's not stale because I reinvent myself a lot. And there's a certain individual that I can't say on stream because, kayfabe to a certain degree, that helps me with that. Thank you to that specific individual that I call and talk to about my character and stories to reinvent myself. Thank you for that. Exodus says, or fucking Exodus. Janky Cat says, in Destiny 2, would you play as Warlock, Titan, or Hunter? I'm going with Hunter because I like more fast-paced, just smash and slash than anything else. Maddie, you probably don't even know what that means, to be honest. Like,
no, not really.
Yeah. And then World War I Engineer says, what do you do after wrestling? I'm kind of weird.
Usually eat. I usually after wrestling we clean up and we take everything down, and like we put the chairs away, we like lock up the building for the night, and then afterwards I either eat and then go home, or I go home and eat, and I sit there and I think of all the things that I can critique and I can give myself criticism on, and I think of what should I change, what should I do better next time, should I change my outfit, with wrestling. But like it'll be hours and hours before wrestling starts, and I'm picking out different outfits to wear. I will pick out an outfit, I will do my makeup, I will do my hair, I will go all out for it just for a good 3 hours, and then I'll go home.
Okay, so
there's a lot of setting up for it, and there's also a lot of taking down of it, and then there's a lot of thinking to do afterwards.
So I'm kind of weird. Like, as soon as I get done and like I walk through the curtain, I actually have to go away for a few minutes, like away from everybody. Sometimes even the wife, because my adrenaline just fucking spikes from the moment I walk through the curtain, and I get so into my character. And the reason I do is, like, I took acting lessons in high school, and I really believe if I'm going to play a role, to play it the right way, and the professional way, which a lot of people fucking need to learn how to do. Not going to name names, but I believe in, like, following a script and the whole shebang. So, like, I have to go, and I have to, like, mentally prepare myself to get into character. But afterwards, I have to walk away from everybody because I'm so adrenaline. Like, my adrenaline's through the roof, and I'm so amped up and energized that, like, I'll just shoot off at the mouth in character. So it takes me a few minutes. I calm down, and then I just get with my opponent, talk about how the match went. I just hang out with the boys in the locker room. And most of the time we just sit around and bullshit and laugh, and we eat some food or snacks or whatever. And we just talk about the future of, like, the wrestling business, and we watch tapes, and then the show ends, and we clean everything up, and then we go home. I mean, that's really how it goes most of the time. Most of the time. So then Janky says, do you think COD doesn't feel like COD after Infinite? Okay, so I'm going to not rant because we don't have the time, but all I'm going to say is that I really lost interest, lost complete interest in Call of Duty after Advanced Warfare, because I loved Modern Warfare 2. I loved Modern Warfare. I loved Call of Duty fucking 4, World at War. I loved 3, 2, and Call of Duty. I loved Call of Duty Big Red. I even liked Black Ops. I liked Black Ops 2. Hell, I kind of liked Modern Warfare 3, as garbage as that game was, but it was because I could walk around a corner and shoot somebody. I didn't have to worry about walking around a corner and the motherfucker jetpacking up and flying on a wall and throwing a fucking shield down and then fucking blowing shit. It's so fucking stupid. I fucking can't stand Call of Duty the way it is. I've seen the new Call of Duty World War 1? Or is it World War II? Whatever, I think it's World War II, and that actually interested me a little bit, but the thing is, I've played Battlefield 1, so I've already played Call of Duty World War II. It's a ripoff. I like it. I'm probably going to purchase it, because maybe it'll remind me of the old Call of Duty, but straight up, I have fucking World at War and Modern Warfare 2 on my PC, because that's the only Call of Duty I play. I fucking can't stand the new Call of Duty. Hate it with a passion. And I will sit here and bitch about it for hours. And we don't have that kind of fucking time. Chaos, that's accurate. Alright. Take it easy, Megan. See you soon.
Bye.
So, fucking, Janky Cat says, what was your reason why you got an Xbox One? Maddie, you can go first because you have an Xbox One.
You know, it wasn't my Xbox One. It was more like my brother's. My brother had a 360. We had the PS4 and the PS3, and he wanted something new. And for Christmas, he got the Xbox One. So, I mean, it wasn't really much of like a reason. It was just something that he wanted for Christmas, and we got it, and we share it sometimes. And I don't really play it, but my brother does here and there. And yeah, there wasn't really a reason. It was just we wanted to play it. So. Yeah, pretty much it to it.
So the reason I got an Xbox One, I'm not even gonna bullshit with you. I wanted to play a few games that were on the Xbox One. My friends had Xbox Ones. I didn't. Most of them had moved on from the 360, and I didn't have anybody to play Halo with. I didn't have anybody to play most of my racing games that I played at the time with. So I wanted an Xbox One, and a friend of mine had one, and he posted on Craigslist he was wanting to trade it for a 360. I hit him up, traded in my 360, and that's how I got my Xbox One, and I got it just so I could play racing games and Halo games with my friends, my Xbox friends that I had at the time. That's my answer. Richard, to answer your question, we answered this one earlier, and basically, long story, incredibly short, it's more or less one of those things. Her and I aren't married yet, and we are.
What did he ask?
He asked why we don't live together. It's a combination of we're not married yet, and we are.
I'm still in high school.
Yeah, we are waiting for both of us to have stable jobs, like stable, more or less careers, so that way when we do move in together, we don't have to worry about, oh, we can't buy food this month because the power bill's not paid, or oh, we can't buy, you know, or we can't pay for the power bill this month because the water bill is not paid. You know, so we want to make sure we have all the means necessary to own a house. I don't want to rent a house. I don't want to do any of that. When I get a house, I want to either do title, or what is it? Title for deed, or is it what is that called, Madison? It's contract for deed. Contract for deed. I want to do contract for deed so I can own my house, or I want to just outright go to the bank, get a loan, and fucking buy a house. I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with landlords who have keys to my fucking house, who can come in at any time, any day, any fucking time they want, and can go through my shit or steal my shit or walk in on me and the wife while we're asleep. I don't want to deal with landlords who bitch and complain about every little thing that I want to do, such as put a pool in my backyard, or a pool's a bad example because we're not getting a pool. But, or, like, I don't want to deal with a landlord that's going to bitch if I have company come over. I don't want to deal with a landlord that's going to bitch if I want to paint a room. I don't want to deal with a landlord who's going to bitch if I have a dog. I want to own a fucking house, and I don't want to deal with fucking, I don't fucking want to, or yeah, like Sunray said, they give you a 24-hour notice for no fucking reason, and kick you the fuck out. Yeah, and they can go there when I'm not home, when me and the wife are at work. I don't want a fucking landlord. Landlords fucking suck. I've had shitty experiences with 2 past landlords when I did move out of this house, and I don't want another landlord. I'm 21 years young, and I've learned the hard way. Landlords are fucking dicks. They're fucking assholes, and I do not want to fucking deal with one. It's that fucking simple. When I move into a house, I want to move in, and me and the fucking wife, that's what... Oh, okay, never mind, Sooners, my bad. Anyway, I want to move into a fucking house where me and the wife can do whatever the fuck we want. If she wants to paint a room, go ahead, babe, paint a fucking room. If we want to have fucking 20 dogs, okay, babe, let's buy 20 fucking dogs. I don't want to deal with a fucking landlord. I've learned my lesson with them, and I could sit here and bitch for hours. Yet again, we don't have that kind of time. So, no, Chaos, no, not you.
I am getting sleepy.
I know. We're about to wrap up. Soonray says he wants to jam, and tomorrow when we play cards, he wants to know if it's cool if Jess jams with us, and I'm totally cool with that. I like Jess. She's cool as fuck.
That's cool. That's cool.
All right, the final question. Final question, ladies and gents, and I apologize, but the wife's got to go to sleep. We got a bunch of shit to do tomorrow. The final question of the night. Exodus. When's the baby?
Oh, no.
Here's the thing. Her and I have both simultaneously agreed we want children. Now, here's the thing, man. Okay?
I'm too young.
I want
to go to college.
Babe, I know. We've talked about this for hours and hours. Let me explain this. We both want kids. Here's the thing. I refuse to bring a child into this world without a stable house, stable income, and stable careers. Here's my reasoning. When I was brought into this world, and I'm not knocking my parents. I'm not knocking my parents at all. I didn't have clothes. I didn't have food. I didn't have a house. I refuse, absolutely fucking refuse, to bring a child into this world that I have to care for, it is my responsibility as a man, as a father, to provide for, and I cannot do so. Because I'm not going to do that. It's not fair to the kid. It's not fair that the kid gets brought in where we're jumping from house to house, and when we're trying to figure out how we're going to eat and feed the kid. I'm not doing it. Kids are fucking expensive. I'm not doing it. I've made my mind up. Maddie's made her mind up. Forever and ever and ever, we are not ever having kids until we are both stable and we can fucking, as a couple, when we feel that we're stable enough and when we feel that we are mature enough. Because even though we're mature, I don't think I can handle a child right now. I really don't. I don't think Maddie can handle a child right now. That's not me knocking the wife. That's just me being honest. We have busy schedules. We're both young, and we want to enjoy life while we can and build now. Because if we bring a kid into this world, you can kiss everything goodbye. Wrestling, probably YouTube, fucking the band. Maddie can kiss all of her after school activities that she does goodbye. Everything. They're gone. Done. Not happening. And that's it. I just don't want to do that. I don't. So, with that, I want to say thank you to the wife for being on the channel. Babe, thank you.
Oh, it's no problem.
I want to say thank you to each and every single one of you crazy motherfuckers that tuned in to the live stream tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was the Q&A with the wife. I'm sure down the road sometime we will do another one. But I hope that we answered the questions that you guys had. If you have any more, just please write them down. And when we do another Q&A down the road, we will answer as many as we can. Hell yeah, engineer, I agree with that. So I love each and every single one of you guys. I can't thank you enough for showing the love and support to my channel that you guys have absolutely been showing. You guys are crushing the like button. You guys are crushing the subscribe button. You're putting my name out there, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. I truly do appreciate it. If you guys want to see some cool content from the wife, she doesn't post every day, but she does post some really cool stuff when she posts. You can find her channel at The Little Boss Gamer right here on YouTube. If you're in the comments and you scroll up a little bit, you can see her account. Click on there, hit the subscribe button. She does post some pretty cool shit when she does post. Babe, you need to post more. I truly do love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you for all the love and support. If you enjoyed this, drop a like. If you are new, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And until the next live stream and or video, peace, love, and zombie slaying to all of you guys, the wonderful, wonderful True Nerd Nation. I love you guys so very much. And I will catch you all in the next video. Later, guys.
Bye.